Greetings viewers and welcome to Automophiliac, the channel where I show off the cars I wish I could buy, but can't because I have no money or space. I give a quick overview of the car, its history, and what I like about it. Then I can let the obsession go and move on to the next one. Just want to start out with an apology with the late release. I do these videos in my spare time and sometimes between work, family, lifting heavy stuff, and what can only be described as a masochistic endless pursuit of further education. I just don't have a lot of free time. But today we've got a new video, and today's car is probably the most expensive car I've shown on here yet. I typically only pine after autos I could conceivably afford, but this one is outside the realm of even my most semi-realistic imagination. And as you can see by the pictures flashing in front of you, we're looking at a $55,000 Studebaker Avanti R2 with a supercharged 289 V8 engine putting out 289 horsepower. Studebaker had been putting Paxton Superchargers in their cars since the mid-1950s, so this setup wasn't a particularly innovative concept for them, but it was certainly a welcome one, which made the Avanti a legitimate performance machine for the time. The only downside was that the supercharger took up the space where the AC compressor would go, so if you wanted the top performing Avanti, you basically had to cruise with your windows down in the summer. The sporty and luxurious coupe was designed by Raymond Loewy in a little over a month, so just like some of the greatest pop songs in history, this smash hit was essentially created overnight. Loewy and his team had designed a number of iconic industrial designs, including the Greyhound Scenic Cruiser, products for International Harvester, and some redesign work on the iconic Coca-Cola bottle, among many others. And his eye for modern lines, as applied to the Avanti, was definitely an interesting change to what was comparatively homogeneous early 1960s North American automotive landscape. So these cars were made by Studebaker for only 2 years in 1963 and 1964. Unfortunately, the company basically disintegrated after that, so the Studebaker produced version of this car had a very short run, though it would live on as its own boutique luxury brand for several decades after. Right off the bat, the one thing I really like about these cars is that they look so different than anything else on the road when compared to other American cars from the early to mid-1960s. They have super cool body lines and really classy aircraft-inspired interiors with lots of cool switches on the console. Also, anytime you have a supercharged V8, you know you have a special vehicle. Even though by today's standards the performance is pretty modest, you can't replace the awesome visceral feel of a supercharged carbureted V8. And finally, these cars are pretty rare. There are less than 5,000 Studebaker Avantis produced, and the supercharger only found its way into a handful of these. The rarest combo, of course, is the 4-speed supercharged 289. This one happens to be an automatic, but I really don't think that takes away from how awesome this car is. So, that's the Avanti. $55,000 seems a little steep, but prices for everything are crazy right now. What do you think? Is this overpriced, or do you feel like the prices are finally catching up to this rare and amazing car? Well, that's it for today. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to make sure to catch all my newest content, subscribe and ding the bell. And for even more interesting automotive content, I'm at Automophiliac on Instagram. So thanks for watching. TTFN.